Hi there. So today we shall be learning about diseases. So before we start, let's take a look at what a disease is. So when we say a disease is any disorder which affects the body negatively. So a disease is any disorder which affects the body negatively. Good. So let's take a look at how some common diseases can be prevented. So most diseases can be prevented if we practice good personal hygiene and keep our environment clean. A clean body in a clean environment drives away diseases and sickness. So what are some of the things that you can do to stay healthy and then strong? Also, do you bath before going to school? Do you also bath before going to bed? Okay, so regular bathing can prevent skin diseases. Bathing twice a day keeps you refreshed, healthy, and strong. Bathing twice a day can prevent skin diseases like the rashes, the eczema, chickenpox, ringworm, and then measles. So some common skin diseases. So skin diseases affect the skin. Most of them can be prevented by good personal hygiene and then staying or living in a clean environment. Always seek medical help when you get a skin disease. So in the picture there, you can see some skin diseases over there. So we have skin diseases like the rashes, we have eczema, we have ringworm, we have chickenpox, and then measles. So let's take a look at some of these skin diseases. So when we take the rashes, so rashes is a skin disease caused by hot environment. So you realize that you develop these rashes when you usually find yourself in places that is very hot, or you stay in a place that is very crowded and has less amount of fresh air. So it can also be caused by contact with a harsh cream. So when you happen to use some of these creams that are very strong on your skin, they can lead to rashes. So the symptoms are small bumps on the skin and then darkening of the skin. So in the picture there, that is how the rashes looks like. Let's take a look at another skin disease. We have eczema. So eczema is a skin disease which causes patches on the skin. The skin gets blisters which causes itching and then bleeding. So that is the eczema. You can see the picture there, how the eczema looks like. So that is also another skin disease. Also, we have another skin disease which is also known as ringworm. So ringworm is a skin disease which is caused by skin-to-skin contact. The affected person will have a sore on the skin. The sores are sometimes dry, scaly, and then itchy. So in the picture over there, that is how the ringworm looks like. So you have that round patch there like that. That is a ringworm. So that is how it looks like. Good. So now let's take a look at some causes of skin diseases. So most skin diseases are caused by dirty skin. That is, if you don't bath from time to time, you are doomed to have skin diseases, or you can be infected with some of these skin diseases. Also, when you happen to wear dirty clothes, wearing dirty clothes without washing them, so you wear your dirty clothes from time to time without washing them or changing them, it can cause you to have some of these skin diseases. Also, when you happen to live in a dirty environment, you are more prone to contact some of these skin diseases. So living in a dirty environment can lead you to contract some of these skin diseases as well. And also, having contact or coming into contact with an infected person. So when you come into contact with an infected person, you are likely to also contract that disease from that infected person. And also using harsh or strong creams and soaps on the skin can also lead to some of these skin diseases. Our skin is very sensitive, so when we happen to use some of these creams and then soaps that are very strong with some ingredients like that, when you use them on the skin, we are prone to have some of these skin diseases. Good. So now let's take a look at prevention of skin diseases. Prevention of skin diseases. So how can these skin diseases that we've identified be prevented? Good. So skin diseases can be prevented through the following. So regular bathing, that is, you have to bath twice a day, that is in the morning and then in the evening before going to bed. And then also in bathing, we must use sponge, clean water, and then a good soap in bathing. That is how it's going to help prevent these skin diseases. So we have to bath twice a day. You bath in the morning, and before you go to bed, you take another bath. And then in so doing, you must also use a sponge, clean water, and then a good soap in doing this action or in bathing. Good. Also, we must avoid body contact with infected people. So coming into contact with infected people is one of the cause of these skin diseases. So we must avoid coming close or getting closer to people who have been infected with some of these diseases. And also, we must desist from sharing personal items such as the comb, the sponge, and then the towel with people who are infected. And even with that, whether they are infected or not, it is not really good, or it is not right to share some of these personal items with others. So we must not share personal items with others, whether they are infected or not. We must not do that. And also, we must avoid wearing dirty clothes. So when you happen to wear a dress and it gets dirty, you just take them off, wash them, and then what? Wear a new one, or wait for them to dry before you can what? Wear them again. We must not wear that dirty clothes from time to time. When we do so, we are more prone to get infected with some of these skin diseases. And also, we must keep our environment clean and then tidy. So as such, we must avoid littering. We must avoid throwing away rubbish anyhow within our community in which we find ourselves. And also, we must avoid using strong or harsh creams and then soaps, because the skin is very sensitive. So when we happen to use some of these strong soaps and then creams, we are more likely to contract some of these skin diseases. And also, we must seek medical attention when we get infected. This will help us to recover in time and also avoid the spread of these diseases. Good. So today we've talked about diseases. We've been able to know what a disease is. We've talked about some diseases or some examples of diseases. We've talked about how some of these diseases are contracted, and also we've talked about the prevention of some of these diseases. Good. So this brings us to the end of today's lesson.